9/11, Meaning and Purpose, in support of President George W. Bush, 2004. It is up to us, the living, to help bring meaning and purpose to the events of life. 9/11 is a day that will mark for recorded time the rebirth of a proud, patriotic, free nation, a nation conceived in and dedicated to the principles that all men are created equal. All men are created in the image and the likeness of the living God, and that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights. Amongst these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Furthermore, the people of these United States created a Constitution as the foundation of their government, thus substantiating the fact that this said government derives its just power from the consent of the government. The Constitution is a law for all to see, to limit and balance the power of government while preserving and promoting the supreme worth and dignity of the free individual human person. No other single factor will have a greater political impact on the world in this century than whether political, economic, and religious freedom take root and thrive in Iraq, the Middle East, and in the Muslim world. To meet the challenge to our survival and to the survival of freedom and peace, we must drastically increase our military, police, intelligence gathering power while using advanced offensive technology combined with military, police, accelerated force, speed of action wherever necessary. Shore up our economic power at independent energy source, reinvigorate our willpower with patriotism, strengthen the power of the presidency with the Patriot Act, and develop a strategy aimed not just at avoiding terrorism, but at attaining victory by decisive, effective, offensive presidential leadership with George W. Bush as president. The real lesson of Vietnam, not that we should abandon power or leadership, but unless we learn to use it effectively to defend our interest, our way of life, the table of history will be turned against us and all we believe in. It is only in assuming full responsibility for our world, for our lives, and for ourselves that we can said to be truly to live for God. Ed Moore, 9/25/2004. Now the Obama War Doctrine, 2011, 3/28. As Americans in a troubled world, when our national interests and values are at stake, we as Americans have a responsibility to act. We must always measure our interests against the need for action. In our actions, it is best to focus on our unique capabilities on the front end of the operation, and then transfer responsibility to our allies and partners. It is in the interest of the United States to play a supporting role, including intelligence, logistical support, search and rescue, assistance, and capabilities to jam regime communications. In war, it is in our national interest for the United States to work with our international partners to mobilize a broad coalition and secure an international mandate with our allies and partners, and have America's role be limited. By transition of the war responsibility to a broader world-based coalition, the risk and cost of war to our military and to our American taxpayers will be reduced significantly. As a world leader, America has a unique responsibility to our fellow human beings to help promote peace with freedom in our world. As Commander-in-Chief, the President has no greater responsibility than keeping the country safe. We as Americans can never hesitate to use our military swiftly, decisively, and unilaterally whenever necessary to defend our people, our homeland, and our allies, and our core interests. Yet the burden of action for world peace with freedom should not be America's alone. Real leadership creates the conditions and coalitions for others to step up as well, to work with allies and partners so that they bear their share of the burden and pay their share of the cost, and to see that the principles of justice and human dignity are upheld by all. We as Americans must stand alongside those who believe in the same core principles of life, liberty, family happiness, and religious freedom, and unite the people of the world in support of said principles. These two documents of words were in support of President George W. Bush and President Barack Obama. I thank you. Edward F. Moore, Jr.